It over to Tavian Whitehurst.
Well, recently we've been reminiscing on the blizzard of '93, and while we're not seeing conditions like that right now, New England is. They're getting dumped on with some snow by a current nor'easter. But the thing you might not have realized about nor'easters is that it's not the snow that's the defining factor. It's winds coming out of the northeast. And so with this, we get warm ocean air mixing with cold Arctic air, and that contrast creates the rapid intensification, also known as bombogenesis. It's when pressure drops 24 millibars in 24 hours, and that's what brings the heavy precipitation and the gusty winds that we see with these nor'easters. But they could have rain, ice, or even snow depending on the temperatures in the moment. Now, there are two types of nor'easters that we're looking at. There's Miller type A, which is what we saw in '93 and right now, where we have a system growing out of the southern east coast and then rises up the ocean, and that's how we see that rapid intensification. It makes snow from Maine down to here in Tennessee, ice right along it, and even severe weather further south. But then there's Miller type B, the second kind, where this one forms out of the Midwest, and it weakens as it travels through the eastern half of the U.S., especially over the Appalachian Mountains. But once it hits that ocean, again, that rapid intensification as it makes its way up the coast. Now, we usually don't see any effects here in the south, but we here in Tennessee could get some rain and some ice. Now, back in '93, we saw upwards of 20 inches with some isolated higher spots, but in New York, for example, it saw upwards of 30 inches or greater. But this time we are in the clear, while places in New York are still seeing upwards of 3 feet of snow.
All right, thanks, Tavian. And we want to answer your weather questions. You can text them to us at 865-637-1010, and we will try to answer as many as we can during our Weather Wednesday segments.